know what? That's the power of the media, man. Saying that this guy is like invincible to take down. I got some friends and people tell me, like, kind of close by me saying, oh, you know, no one's ever been able to take him down. And I was like, dude, look at his resume, who he's fought. He hasn't fought any strong wrestlers. TJ's a good wrestler, but does TJ wrestle? Hell no. Faber, he's old. No offense. I mean, back in the day, maybe he would have taken him down, but a 36, 37-year-old Faber is not taking down a young lion like Henry Barao. So I think I did the right thing and not let the media get into my head, thinking that I wouldn't be able to take him down. I let it get to my head with the Caraway fight, the Sunset fight, talking about my striking and all this shit. I'll tell you what, you guys are good at making people seem like they're invincible. I tell you that. But one thing I learned from those fights, never doubt yourself, always believe in yourself and trust in your team and your training, and good things will happen. And I think that's what showed tonight. You know, 100% takedown defense, but guess what? You haven't ran into the funk jitsu, motherfucker.
You guys had a pretty intense stare down on media day. What exactly were you guys saying to each other?
I told him, it's my time. Hey, I minha vez. I learned that, Portuguese. It's my time, it's my turn. And he started laughing, he thought it was a game, you know. I think once you're pegged as one of the greats in the sport and you run into a guy who doesn't really have much of a resume with stand-up and all this stuff, it might look like you got a cakewalk fight. And I think he realized tonight, I'm no cakewalk for anybody. I can mix it up well. I can fight with anybody, hang with them on the feet, in the clinch, and on the ground. So I'm strong, man, I'm hungry. My birthday is this Monday. I'm gonna be 28 years young. And I'm excited to take on the world. I just beat a former world champion, so I don't know what the fuck does that make me. But I'm here to stay, you know. 2-fight win streak now. This is the biggest win of my career. Brian Caraway, wherever the fuck you're at, you know, I love to run that one back, and this is a gentleman's challenge. I don't need to go and poke the bear and call out your girlfriend in order to get you his challenge to fight again. I think you're probably man enough to face me and get this rematch going so I can right the ship. The Sensei, he's gonna get his too. And Cody Garbrandt said I'm overrated. I'm coming, man. Funk Jitsu is here to stay. This is no joke, man. I'm getting better every single time I step in the octagon. It's my 3rd fight for the year. I'm looking to get 4, and each fight I get better with time, just like wine. So bring on all challenges.
How would you grade your performance?
If I'm gonna grade my performance, I'm gonna say probably in between a C and a B. You know, I think I had a better game plan, better sparring sessions than what I showed tonight, and I mistimed that step-in hook kick, and he took me down in that first round, and I couldn't get up off my back. You know, I did good weathering the storm, not giving up too much damage on the bottom, but, you know, he was crafty. I thought I almost had that triangle choke, but he managed to get out, and that's it, man. Just get better every single time I step in the octagon and, you know, put in the work, put my head down, and just keep pushing forward. That's all you can do, just like anything in life.
Aljamain, sometimes you're critical of your performances afterwards. Overall, would you say that you are happy with this one?
I'm definitely happy. I really do and truly did believe I was going to get the finish. Second round, I said it. You know, it's so funny. At the stare down, he said to me, he said, like, oh, 2 rounds, 2 rounds. I was like, oh, this motherfucker thinks it's a game. So we get there, second round, I get him down. I'm like, in my back of my head, I'm like, I remember exactly what you said at the stare down, buddy. I'm ready to drop these elbows in your face and show you it's not a game. You know, I'm not here just talking. I really do these things in training. And I would have loved to have gotten him out of there. I think it would have been a bigger statement to everyone around. But, you know, a win is a win. I'll take it how I can get it. And I think that was a pretty dominant one.
What'd you make of this fall from grace? What's happened to him? I mean, he was undefeated for so long. He was champion, and he just doesn't look like himself anymore.
I'm going to say it's the power of the media. You know, I don't think Barao's not as good as people peg him to be. I just think when you run into other guys who fight different with different fight IQs, he's only lost to 2 guys at bantamweight, me and TJ Dillashaw. I mean, who else has he lost to? Jeremy Stevens, a powerhouse wrecking machine, and he beat him in the first round. Was winning half of that second round in that fight, and he just happened to get clipped, and Jeremy was able to take the fight from him. But albeit very close round, I don't think nothing can be taken away from Barao. So it's hard to say that he's fell off. I don't think he fell off. I think just the younger guys are catching up and starting to really utilize all assets and facets of the game of MMA. Not just standing up in one spot, playing rock and soccer robots, using feints, using level changes and mixing it up, kicks, punches, everything.
You were in attendance last weekend on Long Island and saw your friend and teammate Chris Weidman win. For you, Was there a part of you that was thinking like, oh, I wish I was fighting on this card, or were you inspired after that going into your fight week? You felt a little more motivated. How did you digest that experience a week before your own fight?
I'm gonna say going back to the Uniondale wrestling. I started wrestling in 10th grade, and we learned one of the mottos was if a teammate lost, you step up and you're next in that dual meet. You say, all right, F that, my teammate lost, now it's my turn to right the ship. If your teammate won, then it's like, F that, my turn to get another win for the team. So it's kind of the same thing, the way I step into the sport. Every time I step in there and watch my friends, and I go out there next, it's the same mentality. My teammate wins, hell yeah, it's my turn, I'm pumped up. If he loses, hell yeah, it's my turn, I'm gonna get it back for the squad. And that's the way I look at it. So see him get a big win like that over a tough competitor, it does nothing but motivate. And it was truly a blessing to be there to see him finally get that monkey off his back and show the world that he's not a fluke. I mean, he beat some of the best guys in their I guess, their primes, you know. Lyoto Machida, Vitor Belfort, even though he was a little bit slightly on the older side, but you get what I'm saying. He beat some of the best guys in the world, so to people to write him off that easily, it's kind of like, damn, he beat himself. It's not like he was outclassed. So that's kind of the way I look at it.
You mentioned the media is building up morale, but do you think the testing program, USADA coming into the sport, had any effect on kind of his downfall?
Maybe USADA came into effect and changed the game up a little bit for him. I can't really say that. But in the back of my mind, I'd be the former world champion, and nobody's gonna take anything away from me from this victory. This is a huge win for me in my career, and I ain't gonna let nobody put a damper on my parade. I'm going out, I got my dancing shoes ready. We're going to the Heat nightclub tonight. I'm getting my drinks, Henny Tink's possible, a little Douce on the rocks, bourbon and ginger ale. Let's go, baby. Dancing time, Funky City tonight.
Why can't you fight in New York, Aljamain?
I don't know. I'm waiting for them to figure those things out so I can eventually fight in my hometown.
Do you think it will happen? Is this an issue where they're just stopping you for like? Can you tell us any? It's just bizarre. You're such a popular guy in that area, and you're fighting a week later.
You know what? I just like to say I brought this ass whooping coast to coast. How about that? How about that?
When we spoke Thursday, you made mention of how good your boxing looks in the gym. Today you look a lot more comfortable showing that. At what point did you feel comfortable to throw some more punches and let loose?
I think after I threw a kick, and he threw his first kick, and I was able to gauge his speed, and I was kind of like, oh, this motherfucker's not faster than me. And once I felt that, I was like, all right, now I can start opening up and letting loose. There's a couple times I ducked my head a little too low, and I was cautious and worried about the knee. And I was like, man, if I mistime this one millisecond, I'm getting crushed with a knee or a front kick, and I'm probably gonna get laid out. So it was kind of like, I gotta really make sure I do the right thing and time this. And once I was able to find a home, after that first round, I felt him slow down even more. I was like, all right, now is my fight. This is where I get stronger. I feel him wilting, and I feel my power level just increasing.
Would you say that Caraway would be at the top of your wish list if you had your way next fight, that rematch?
You know what? I want to fight for the belt. You know, I lost to Caraway, and Cody Garbrandt was that guy to kick a man when he was down. And he went out of his way to say you were overrated and Brian Caraway broke you, even though he didn't break me. He was just simply tired after the first round. But eventually, I'd like to get my hands on that man. So he's gonna have to answer. He's gonna have to answer somebody just as young and just as strong as he is.
How far away do you think you are from that?
I think one more win. I think the next logical fight that probably makes sense is Jimmy Rivera. You know, that's another guy who's been talking hella shit to me, even on the regional circuit where he wanted to fight me for $3,000 and $3,000. And I was like, dude, are you out of your mind? We're number 1 and number 2 ranked prospects in the world. We're gonna fight each other for peanuts and pennies. Let's be a little bit smart about this. Now here we are today, both in the UFC. Let's get fucking paid for this shit. So, you know, if he still wants to saddle up and still thinks my stand-up sucks, let's go. Saddle up, cowboy.
What's he been saying about you?
He said my stand-up sucks and he thinks I'm overrated and I suck. Him and Cody, I guess they both think I'm overrated. So let's see what's what.